Love is tough for a plant. Unlike most animals, a plant is stuck in place. To find a mate, many plants use insect pollinators by offering them a reward of food in the form of nectar or extra pollen. They advertise this reward with showy petals that make it easy for insects to find flowers and carry out pollination. However, flowers are energetically expensive to produce and maintain, so in situations where you can get away with fewer or smaller flowers, it's a great idea to do so. Plants don't have brains, but they still can sense the environment around them. I wanted to know if plants can use information from their surroundings to change their flowers in sensible ways. I focused my work on this little annual plant here called Clarkia concinna. One of the traits that I'm particularly interested in is floral display. Floral display is just the total number of flowers open on a plant at any one time. If Clarkia concinna has a lot of flowers open at once, this may attract more visits from these flies and bees that pollinate it. However, there's a problem. Sometimes, instead of moving pollen to a different plant, like the plant wants, pollinators move pollen between flowers on the same plant, resulting in self-pollination. Why is self-pollination bad? Well, the more similar mom's genes are to dad's, the more likely the kids will have genetic flaws. So, self-pollination, where mom and dad are the same, puts a plant's offspring at a serious disadvantage. I found that the larger Clarkia's floral display, the more likely this within-plant pollen movement happens. So Clarkia is faced with a dilemma. Larger floral displays might attract more visitors, but they also increase the amount of self-pollination. So what's a little plant to do? Well, if Clarkia knows something about how many pollinators are around, it may be able to change its floral traits in a way that gives it the best shot at producing healthy offspring. If there are a lot of pollinators around, then attracting one is relatively easy, and so a smaller floral display is the best. However, if pollinators are relatively scarce, then a larger floral display might be needed, even if it means a little bit more self-pollination. I found that if I keep pollinators away from the first flowers on Clarkia concinna, the later flowers on the same plant stay larger, and they stay open for longer, increasing floral display. If, however, I pollinate those first flowers, then later flowers become smaller, and they wilt more quickly. In other words, Clarkia can change its flowers in a way that makes sense based on its pollinator environment. So while being stuck in place makes love tough, plants can use cues from their surroundings to change their flowers and give their offspring the best chance at success. Thanks for time number 2.